Hello. I'm quite excited about this one. So I'm going to talk you through some of my cup collection, which is featured on another of the new jigsaws, the new limited edition jigsaws, which will be out on Friday. So, I mean, what's brilliant actually about making these jigsaws is I'm able to take photos of all my collections of things. And sometimes those things aren't always on display. Sometimes things are in the loft or under the bed. Oh, even saying that, I realised that I've missed one of the cups off because it's in a box under my bed. Anyway, we'll get to that one. So I've been collecting cups and mugs and stuff since I was 19 or something. I was working in Sheffield and I was staying with a woman who had an amazing collection of plates on the wall, Art Deco plates, and she said they were cake plates from sort of tiered cake stands, and I loved them. I thought it was just, oh, to have something that you'd collected up on the wall in your home. And she said to me, if you want to collect something, because these were quite, I think they were quite expensive by the time I saw her collection, and she said she'd started collecting when, you know, they cost 20p or something. So she said, if you want to collect something that you love, but that's unpopular and cheap. So I promptly went out to the Oxfam shop in Sheffield and I found these two mugs. So these are my favourite. This is my little Antiques Roadshow moment, isn't it? When they go on and they go, these are special things. So these were the two mugs I bought when I was 19. They've got a lovely mark underneath from Port Marion, Susan Williams Ellis. And just as a... Oh, that one doesn't have it. Okay, so the mark changes. This is a Port Marion pot from later on. And it's a printed mark, a different type of printed mark underneath that. And this one... Oh no, that's a printed one. Still says Stoke. But latterly, the Port Marion was sort of embossed into the clay. So you can tell these ones are old. These are like from the 60s. And I've never been so excited when I watched The Prisoner with Patrick McGoohan, the 1960s cult TV series. And he was drinking not out of one exactly the same, but the same shape. You can't mistake that shape, can you? So over the years, I've done things. I've made sort of fabric collages. I've been obsessed with these mugs, and they're from a set called Gold Signs. And it wasn't a very popular set because I think, rather brilliantly, it was meant to be a mismatched set. So you weren't meant to have a whole set of these gold signs. You'd have like ones with red on or green. I've never come across any of the others. I like to think they're a bit rare, but they wouldn't be worth much even if they were. They've got chips on them and they haven't got their saucers, but I love them. But I've always loved, I think, teapots, cups of tea, just the whole business of it. I'll come back to some more Port Marion in a minute, but this one, well, these three, so this little cup, this jug, this little sugar bowl. I've actually got 3 more cups like that, and this teapot, which just about figures in the jigsaw. They were my first ever tea set when I was about 8 or something. I remember the box it came in. Oh, it was the best present ever, apart from obviously the book about grasses and sedges. But I remember on Christmas Day, we used to go to my granny's, and my mum and dad had given me this tea set, and I had to take it with me to my granny's, and I couldn't wait for the sort of Christmas season to be over so I could have my friend over from up the road and we could do tea. And I remember my mum gave us some lemon verbena tea bags. I don't know why she had those, but yeah, so that's a bit of my childhood there. Maybe that's what set me off on it. It just felt so precious. This cup actually broke, but I fixed it. I don't think you could have tea in it. I think the jug's got a crack in it as well, but I don't care. It's my, it's one of my favourite little childhood memories. I realised in doing the jigsaw, I'll just give the jigsaw another little thing. Oh, yeah, so there's the teapot that I've just talked about on the jigsaw, and there's a bit of a cup thing going on. Oh, yeah. Okay, so down here, there's a really special little cup. It's teeny, and my granny gave me this. Oh, I can't. Ooh, see, it's teeny tiny. And it's china. Oh, it says on it November. It's obviously like some doll's house thing. And I'm amazed that I've kept that unbroken since I was a littlington. Yes, what I was going to say was I realised that quite a lot of the cups, even though I've collected cups and saucers for a long time, quite a lot of them on the puzzle were given to me. Even, so this, again, look, lots of my cups are chipped and cracked. That was a neighbour. She actually gave me a few more, and I think I sold them at a car boot sale, but I did keep this yellow cup, the most chipped one, probably because no one wanted it. And I wish I'd kept them now because it's poolware and it's a really lovely yellow colour. What else? What else do we have? Oh, yes. These are some of my favourites too. I have a whole dinner service of this design, and it was, so many people had it in their homes in the 60s. It was just, I love it because I think the design is like an oven and a hob. Don't know whether it's meant to be that, but that's what it looks like to me. And I've got the plates, I've got the bowls, the side plates, I've got the whole thing. And even when I bought it, it was in the box, in the Broadhurst box. And then when I moved here, there was nowhere, that's over 20 years ago, there was nowhere to put it. We didn't have any storage, and I put the box outside and it disintegrated. I kept thinking, that's what they say, isn't it? Ooh, it's amazing you've kept the box. I didn't keep the box, but I have all the china, which is, I love this sort of utility. I love china that's everyday, sort of everyday wear. And this is another Johnson cup. I did have some yellow ones as well. Some of my things are in the loft. Some of my cups. I haven't quite got enough space for them. So sometimes I go up there and bring things down, swap things around and things. Anyway, that's another very, very simple transfer design, but very much of its time. This is another Port Marion cup that I bought at a junk shop. Oh, look, it even says on it, help the aged, 69p. And that's another Port Marion one, and it's called Magic City, I think. I was at college. I've got a biscuit barrel and another mug. I sort of got it because I was at college with a guy who collected that, and so when I saw it, I thought, oh, I want that too, because he was very excited about my gold signs. Both these jugs are Port Marion as well, later than my gold signs one, and I like this one because it's called Cypher, and when I originally bought it, I had a Siamese cat called Sifa. I sort of thought it was like him. I've got the teapot, very tall teapot, and plates and bowls and things with that. And these sort of embossed, yeah, the designs are kind of squashed in. They're very much of a particular time at Port Marion, and I've got this little kind of sugar bowl too that someone gave me. And yeah, I have another little Art Deco sugar bowl that a dear friend gave me. She was one of those people who always got presents right. I'm not very I don't really care if I have presents or not. I'm not really into them. But sometimes when a friend gets you something, you go, oh my God, that's perfect. There are also a lot of these cups are reminders, because that friend, for instance, she died a few years ago. And also these beautiful pool cups. I love the there's pigeon grey on the outside. I love that name. And these colours on the inside. My friend who gave me quite a few of those, she died a few years ago too. So there's a lovely sort of, I don't know, when you have a cup of tea and you think about the person who gave you the cup. These, again, are barrelware. You know, I showed you the big giant cup in the video yesterday, and these are the little ones. These are little coffee cups. And this is another big giant. I think I've only got one of these, maybe two. This was my granny's, some Clarice Cliff. What else? Yeah, that's poolware that I got at a car boot sale, actually. Look how beautiful that blue is. God, I could talk about my cups for ages. Oh, I can't remember. I think that might be Meakin ware. Meakin Studio. It's really, these, I've got trios of those, like a side plate and a saucer for some of these. And they're bone china. They're really nice to drink out of. I found this in a little junk shop, I think in Lewis, near me. Just really loved the colour of it. And this little thing, a really, really good friend of mine, he gave it to me, along with a few other things, but I love that. It's a bit sort of, I don't quite know what it would be. It's like, I think they'd sew things on, a cake topper. I don't know, maybe someone can help me there. I've seen others before, but that's quite a pretty one. Oh yeah, this, I love this one. I realised that only a few years ago I didn't have any sort of blue and white china. So I went on the scout. I scouted out and I bought that. That was, you know, something I bought myself. These, you know, when you've got a meeting or something. I think I had an audition in Elstree, and you know, a few years ago, and I'd had a teapot that matched this, which I found at a car boot sale, which Chico, bless his little heart, he smashed once upon a time. But I found these cups and saucers in a charity shop in Elstree that matched a teapot that I got at a car boot sale. So I think that's about it. I've included a little kind of tea strainer in the jigsaw as well. Ooh, spotty cups. Spotty. Oh, they're quite tricky in the jigsaw puzzle because I've dotted them around, literally. So we've got some here. We've got the cups and the saucers and a spotty one over there. This is the one that I've left under my bed upstairs. Beautiful, beautiful striped 1950s cups and saucers. What else? I think I've got a couple of egg cups down here. I like a good egg cup. And then poolware. And this jug's in it. Sophie Abbott, artist, gave us this milk jug for our wedding when we got married. Yeah, it's called the Bad Abbott jug. Yeah, so that's about it. The jigsaw, I would say, is a sort of, it's not really hard, it's not really easy, it's a sort of medium 1,000-piece puzzle. What's nice is, because there are lots of, well, I like circles, so there are lots of circles, lots of little jigsaw islands you can create. Just looking at it here. Oh yeah, you know, I mentioned this, this is barrelware. I've got a cup in here which is another blue one. It looks like the poolware, but it's not. It's the same shape as the barrelware, but it's called Iris. Beryl and Iris. Oh, if I'd have had two girls, that would have been a good name. So that's about it. The jigsaw, along with the others, will go live on Friday at 6 p.m. British Summer Time. And I'm going to pour myself a cup of tea in the bone china mug. Actually, this teapot is one of my favourites, but it's not in the puzzle. It was made by a friend of mine who's now in his 80s. Yeah, it's a very special teapot. I have a matching jug as well. But for now, I'm going to use my Bad Abbott jug. And yeah, really hope that you've enjoyed my little tour of my cups and saucers.